New products to launch? New people to develop? New goals to crush? Workday Go is designed for small and mid-sized businesses. By bringing HR and finance together on one AI platform, you'll have everything you need to think big, go big, and grow big. And activation is fast. It takes just 30 to 60 business days to get you up and running. Simplify your SMB on an AI platform you'll never outgrow. Workday Go.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
The kettle's boiled, Vic.
Great. Perfect timing. Just a dash of milk for me, please, mate.
Here you go. Shall we get started then?
Have you ever woken up on a Sunday morning and said, I'm never drinking again, and then found yourself waving $50 at a barman by happy hour?
Are you wondering why everyone else can stop at 1 while you head to a dodgy after-party with a weird bloke called Disco Dave? If so, it might be time to take a deeper look at your relationship with your reliable social crutch, alcohol.
On each episode, we'll investigate our own dysfunctional dealings with booze and find out if it's possible to stop this deeply ingrained habit before things get too messy.
Yep, we're going to open up a shame shed of humiliating drinking stories to help you understand why waking up from a booze coma each weekend with a kebab sticking out of your top pocket might actually be negatively impacting your health.
Hamish and I are here to delve into what it's like being sober, an unwanted warts and all look into why giving up those cheeky pints or putting down those mummy wines will make you feel happier, help your anxiety and mental health, and turn you into the most sparkly, authentic version of you.
Won't that mean I become boring though, Vic?
Well, Hamish, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm Victoria Vanstone.
I'm Hamish Adams-Cairns.
And this is Sober Awkward.
So you know how when you were drinking, sometimes you could wear a hangover quite well and other days it would be cripplingly bad?
Yeah.
I've sometimes worried that now I haven't drunk for so long, am I inherently weaker at feeling sick? Like I'm just not as battle-hardened as I was.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. Twice in the last 2 weeks, the morning after a day when I've drunk 3 coffees rather than 2, I am bedbound with the worst fake hangover I've ever had.
Oh, so you've really pinned it down.
I am weak.
Wow.
I can't drink more than 2 coffees. It's splitting headache. I had room spin the other day. I walked to the bathroom and fell onto the loo. Like the worst headache of my life from drinking too much coffee.
But Hamish, everybody knows you shouldn't drink too much coffee. Like, why are you pushing yourself like this?
I know, because I'm fucking wild.
You don't sound very, but it's stupid.
Yeah, but sometimes there are days when you go, you know what, a third would be fun.
No, you don't.
My first one of the day is 5 a.m, so I've got so much day left.
Or 2, okay, have 2. But 3, Hamish.
It's a bit wild, isn't it?
It's way too wild.
What's the worst non-alcohol related hangover you've had?
It's tiredness. For
Tiredness
me,
hangovers.
if I like when I went to the Chemical Brothers gig recently, that was the worst one. When my feet hurt and the music was too loud, and I got back at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I got up again at 6 like I always do, and I was hungover all day.
Yeah,
but sleep hungover.
Yeah. Okay, so not headache though.
But I've never had 3 cups of coffee.
Ever?
Never.
Live a little.
I've had 2 occasionally and felt like I was going to have a panic attack.
Really? Okay, you need to live on the wild side with me. 3 coffees.
You do not want to see me with 3 coffees. You'd have to peel me off the ceiling.
To be fair, I don't think I can do it ever again.
No,
It's not worth a hangover.
No. I've always thought you were quite weak anyway. Now, I know you want us to pretend we hate everything about socials and being obsessed with phones on a well-being podcast such as this, just in case you didn't know we are the best well-being podcast in Australia, aren't we, Hamish?
We certainly are.
Yeah, we do at least try and uphold some healthy habits, eh, Hamish?
Yeah, we can pretend we go to the gym twice a day, shit kale and practice self-love until the cows come home, but that would be all lies. Occasionally, when we're not ridding the world of a reliance on booze, we sit and watch Netflix, scroll through our phones and eat fructose-laced candy until we pass out.
Yeah. That's what causes those fructose hangovers, Hamish. So I will admit that sometimes I get ideas for episodes from reels on Instagram.
What? Do you?
Yeah.
I've never had that.
I'm going to play you the clip and tell you who it is, and then I'm going to base the whole episode around this one man's wise words.
Number one way to protect a child is to build their self-esteem. When a child is not insecure, they don't succumb to danger.
Was that recorded in a nightclub?
Yeah, I know.
Weird place for an interview.
I know, sorry, I hope you can hear that. That guy's name is Gary V. And what he's saying, I hope you can hear it all right. There's a bit of music in the background, but he's saying if you give a child or if you teach a child high self-esteem of themselves, they are less likely to be exposed to danger because they will make better choices. This clip got me wondering, if we raise kids that have high self-esteem, will this make them less likely to drink alcohol?
It's a great question. This episode is for the parents out there that are feeling scared about their kids becoming teens, going off the rails, drinking cider in farmers' fields, and putting themselves at risk because of bad teenage choices. This is also for anyone who was this child.
Let's guess that's probably about 98% of our audience right now.
You and I both.
Yeah.
Was it your low self-esteem that caused you to reach for the bottle? And would life have been different if our parents had taught us to simply love who we are?
Oh, it's such a good question, isn't it, Hamish?
The reason we wanted to cover this today is because it's a stage of parenting all sober parents will eventually get to. If you're anything like us, we don't know what we will say when they ask us about going to the first school disco. Are they allowed to try alcohol? Can they have one on the camping trip? Is it better for them to drink at home where at least you know they're safe? But what if we look beyond all that and go deeper?
Yes, today we're going to find out how to instill some good old self-worth and self-esteem into our kids. So when those questions pop up, the fact that they feel good about themselves mean they're less likely to follow a drunken crowd and will make wiser choices by themselves. Now let's go back in time. Did your parents make you feel good about yourself, Hamish? Did you feel like you had high self-esteem as a teen?
If anything, I would actually say they made me feel too good.
That's amazing.
If that's possible. So my parents, I say my parents, particularly my mum, was one of those mums who always told us the nice things that my friends' parents or the teachers at school said. Our manners were abnormally good. We were smashed into us, having good manners. So we were like the only kids that wrote thank you letters and please and thank yous and cleared the tables and stripped the beds and all that. And whenever we did that, my mum would always tell us, oh, I just got a call from Sean's mum who said it never got a letter like that before or never seen such good manners.
Yes,
so that was quite good at building the confidence. That wasn't so much when I was a teenager, but from a young age. Whether it was that or the fact that I was generally a good all-rounder at school with a brother who was 2 years above me at school, I think I was confident. School suited me. It doesn't suit everyone. I was kind of the reason that school is broken, in that I could revise for an exam and do better than a smart person who was better at exams.
Okay.
So I got good grades. But
did you learn that badder isn't a word while you were at school?
No.
Oh, okay. Did you say worse?
So I was a confident kid, really.
Yeah.
I think having an older brother, parents that said that, doing generally well at school. Like I said, I got an all-rounder scholarship. I was a little bit good at education, a little bit good at sport, a little bit good at music and theatre. So I sort of fit in at school quite nicely.
I think you can tell that when people meet you. Like when I first meet you, I say, oh, he's an all-rounder. He's got good manners. You can tell
that's
it.
Nice.
Yeah, you can tell it.
I would say that as soon as girls for me enter the equation, then the usual doubts creep in. Is my nose too big? Is my dick too small?
Yes, yes.
Are my huge balls making my dick look smaller than they are?
All things teenage boys think about all the time, actually.
Teenage boys think about all the time. I wasn't necessarily so confident around women, or even having friends that were girls was kind of a rarity for me growing up, because I didn't have any sisters at home. So I was like, I don't have any interactions with women.
Also, if you're nervous around them, how are you going to make friends with women?
That doesn't help. Plenty of them would tell me that I was husband material, but not boyfriend or one-night stand material.
That is heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. It's like, okay, great. Well, bear with me. 20 years from now, you'll be fighting over me.
I'll get my end away.
You'll see my big balls and my small dick.
Yay!
But what about you? Did you feel like you loved yourself back then? Were you confident?
I think in some aspects I was. Actually, I think I became unconfident after I started drinking, funnily enough.
Okay.
But I definitely had aspects of me that were confident in certain areas. I definitely had good manners. I was quite good socially. But there was a point, I think at the same point as you, when boys came on the scene and certain expectations of being cool came along, I think I did try to fit in. So that was definitely something that I did, was try and morph myself into what everybody else did so that I was accepted, which I do talk about all the time on here because it was a big reason why I drank.
It's weird because are we all doing that? Are we all slightly changing our behaviours in order to fit in? Well, if we're all changing, like, who sets the precedent?
Whoever you think's cool. You decide who sets the precedent, funnily enough, which is stupid. People. Why can't we set the precedents on ourselves? Yeah, interesting. I've never felt pretty enough. I never felt thin enough. I never felt funny enough. And I never felt cool enough. Mm-hmm. Yay, that's good, isn't it?
And that was only after you started drinking?
Yeah, well, that was kind of all the time as well. But there was always aspects of that.
Bubbling away.
Sitting just above under the skin. At 13, I was slightly overweight with a haircut that looked like a petrified hedgehog. I wore baggy jeans and big jumpers and had goofy teeth. Mm-hmm. It's not a good look, is it?
That's not your conventional magazine cover, sure.
No, yeah, that's the problem, I think,
isn't it?
Problem. Yeah, they need more of me on magazine covers.
That is what they need.
I've seen a photo of me at this age sitting on a sofa at my nan's. I look sad and really conscious of myself. Yeah, it's not good. My parents always told me I was beautiful with big brown eyes, but I didn't feel beautiful. I based a lot of my own worth on how I looked and how others perceived me. I think my mum and dad did the same. I think they were of that era, kind of growing up in the 60s and 70s, trying to be a certain way to be liked. My mum was always on a diet. She sat at a mirror, piling on makeup, painting nails and backcombing hair. And at the end of the day, who are we doing that for? Are we really doing that for ourselves, or are we doing it for the people that we're going to the party at, you know? I think in the 80s, it seems a lot of success was based upon how you looked. It's a message that I succumb to. It's hard to live in a world where beauty wins and you look like a bucket of smashed crabs, Hamish.
Right.
Yeah.
It's got me thinking about my parents, funny enough. I think they are so unmaterialistic. Like, my dad's suits he's had since he was like 18. Same with his shoes. He does not buy clothes.
Right.
And he only wears suits. You know, it's like old school. And my mum is not flash at all. You know, she doesn't go out and buy a fancy dress or a fancy bit of jewellery ever the whole time I've known her.
It just makes me laugh so much when we talk about our parents because they are the polar opposites, aren't they, Hamish?
They need to meet. That would be nice.
So they do not want to meet. My mum would destroy them.
But I've inherited that. Like, I'm not good at spending money on myself.
Yeah, right.
I don't do that at all. Like, Liz dresses me now like a child. Yeah, she's like, hey, we need to buy you clothes because there are holes in your pants and socks.
I think men aren't very good at shopping. Like John, I just have to go and buy him his clothes.
John's very similar to me. Yeah, that is not a guy going and shopping for himself and trying things on in a mirror and looking at his bum, is it?
We all take the piss out of him because he's got such terrible kind of choice in clothes. If he goes and buys them himself, we're like, oh my God, what's he got? Yesterday he put on this t-shirt I bought for himself. It was too small. We're like, why are you wearing like a tight t-shirt, like a Russian ballerina?
Was his belly button out? Was it crop top?
It was weird. We were laughing at him all day. Doesn't cope well. We're just pointing. He was at the airport. You always get sweaty armpits at the airport. Yeah. So it was just another excuse for us to laugh at him. It's quite mean, really.
Yeah.
So basically, I never felt good enough, generally. I had low self-esteem, which I guess is one of the reasons I drank, perhaps to feel a bit better about all of that stuff. So how does this level of low self-esteem lead to alcohol use in teens? That's the question. Adolescents experience many changes that can affect their self-confidence and impact their self-esteem. For many teens, moods, behaviours and relationships may swing up and down daily or even in an hourly basis.
This can leave both parents and teens feeling overwhelmed, exhausted and confused. When teens stop feeling confident with themselves, they stop treating themselves as well as they should, which can have wide-sweeping negative consequences.
I know if my parents told me that you're in a mood, which I was all the time when I was a teenager, I never reacted to it well. It just made me more in a mood. Yeah. They used to have this thing growing up, right? This is probably going to be wrong to say this. If we were in a mood in our house, we had the thing called the moody stick, right?
Okay.
So my parents would get a wooden spoon out of the cupboard and poke you with it and go, moody, until you laughed, which used to make me actually almost want to kill them. Yeah. The moody stick does not work.
I quite like the moody stick.
But that's how we dealt with emotion in my house. Like if I was upset about something, you poked them with a stick.
Until they are happy again.
Yeah. It never made me happy.
Does.
It never made me happy again, I can assure you. Made me really angry and sad.
Yeah.
No, not really. It was kind of funny.
Tell you what my dad did, which is weird. It's like he had a nickname for me, which was PC, porcupine.
Yeah.
And if I was in a mood, he'd be like, are you not PC? Are you not porcupine? I don't know what a porcupine was, but I was like, I knew that porcupine was like a good thing. So no, I am porcupine. I would behave well.
Daddy, I am porcupine.
Yeah, so that I could be PC.
Yeah, that's so
I don't know where that came up from. So what, my other nickname, also PC, my brother's godfather, PC, port and cigars. Because I was such a chilled kid, I looked like I was like sitting back, smoking a cigar, having a glass of port. PC, still calls me PC. I'm sober.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good nickname.
Can you remember what alcohol gave you emotionally, Vic, at the time?
It gave me an out. I didn't have to think about how I looked, a skill of sorts, a way of impressing my peers, which made me more confident. What about you?
It's funny you mention looks, because I think that is such an important part of a teenager's self-esteem.
Yeah.
As soon as you're aware that other people are judging you as being attractive or not, it completely changes everything. And I was lucky in that I knew that I was neither the best or the worst looking. I was quite satisfied with sitting somewhere in the middle. So I didn't have huge confidence issues around my looks. I was like, I'm just fine. You know, like
that's good.
Fine, you'll take fine at any stage. Fine is just fitting in, which at school seems to be the key. Drinking did give me a way to rebel and to be cool. It's like what we said, like, this is what the cool kids do. I guess I felt less self-conscious around girls. Like, it's actually a bit darker than that, which is, I think, people seem to hook up with boys or girls if you were a drinker. I was like, this is how I can hook up, is I'll just be one of the drinkers. And then you can blame, so I drunk last night, I can't believe I kissed that person. I thought it would sort of give me more confidence to kiss a girl or to be kissed. It made me feel part of a group. I think that's quite a big reason a lot of us start drinking. Like, there was this camaraderie, not only in like, let's all get drunk together, or let's all like find alcohol together, and that being a fun adventure, but then also all being on the same playing field, like we're all feeling hungover together. Like, that was almost more of a bonding thing. Everyone being hungover the morning after a party. And if you were the sober one, which I never was, like, they're all like in this giggly, weird headache, like gorging food mood, and I'm not in it. So that was a big part of it. And I can remember I had a pub that I went regularly to from the age of 15. It was actually a Chinese restaurant / pub in Clapham. And I can remember, like, that's my local, and feeling quite proud. I've got a local, and people knew that was like my place at school. Feel like, that's Hame's place. I remember like feeling, that makes me feel cool.
It's funny, isn't it?
A lot of it's to do with cool.
Yeah. It just reminded me, when I was younger, I used to fancy people that were quite unattractive. Like, when I say unattractive, I mean in the scale that the media have developed of attractiveness and unattractiveness. I used to be attracted to people that weren't conventionally attractive, but I never used to go for that person because I felt like it didn't give me the kudos of getting off with someone who was really good looking. So I used to find people attractive. It wasn't that I didn't. I used to find personalities much more attractive than the way people looked, but I never really admitted it because it wasn't cool to go out with the guy with the big nose like you. We can all agree it's not cool to go out with me. But you are marriage material, just
thank you very much. 20 years from now. Like both of us, teens with low self-esteem often feel uncomfortable in their own skin. Without help, feelings of self-degradation can become all-consuming and may impact behaviour as well as decision-making. Not to mention, a lack of self-confidence can jeopardise a teen's ability to handle their emotions in a healthy way. So Vic, what are some other reasons teens might feel low self-esteem?
Well, it's things like poor academic performance, interpersonal struggles like problems with making friends, not liking siblings and family dynamics, environmental factors, money, status, neglect and abuse, of course, negative thought patterns and negative body image, as we're just talking about here. Teens with low self-esteem may seek validation in the wrong places and seek out experiences that make them feel better. Hence, booze comes along at just the right time. They may find themselves experimenting with that and potentially other addictive substances to numb out their problems in order to fit in with the crowd. In fact, Hamish, low self-esteem in teens is one of the leading catalysts for substance abuse.
Yeah, that makes sense. Over the course of this podcast, we've blamed quite a lot of outside influences on alcohol abuse. But what if we'd all looked within and been a little bit smarter? If we considered the way we view ourselves from a young age, we could have skipped the whole teenage rebellion thing and just gone on to be the awesome, slightly smug wankers that we are today.
I know for me, Hamish, abusing drugs and alcohol felt like it masked my insecurities for a period of time. But as I repeated those behaviours, they became kind of more compulsive. And eventually I started to feel socially inept without the use of drugs and alcohol. Thus, I carried on and never questioned my usage, not until my 40s. So I had low self self-esteem as a child, started drinking because of it, and missed out on probably nearly 30 years of feeling good about myself. It's sad, really, that I've had to do so much work to regain this self-care. But I guess that's just what booze does. It takes the teenage you away and replaces you with a befuddled boozer that is too pickled to look deeper into their issues.
As you may know, teens are notoriously secretive. So if you're worried and are not sure what to look out for, and you've not yet found drugs in their underwear drawer, here are some signs that your kid might be suffering from some low self-esteem issues.
Yeah, this was good because kids are notoriously good at hiding things, aren't they? So how would you really even know? I know when George gets back from school, it's like, I had a good day. Yeah, you never get anything from them.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to know what's going on with them. Some things you can look out for are spending too much time alone, slouching and walking with the head down, excessive bragging, disordered eating habits, negative tone, new friends, negative talk, irrational feelings of guilt and shame, constantly apologising, prefers a fantasy world. Video games are an outlet where the teen can escape to a fantasy world. I say that's really common. They do that instead of engaging in conversation and social activities. That's a really huge one, I reckon, Hame. And they avoid competition. This sounds pretty much like every teen that has ever walked the earth. So how do you know when they're okay and when they're not? Because they're just things that we go, well, they're a teen and that's what they do.
Yeah.
I did all of those things when I was a teen.
Well, I was just thinking their fantasy world's more interesting than ours.
Yeah.
Like Tetris. You can't get lost in Tetris, can
No.
you? They've got like 3D gaming.
Yeah. So yeah, how else to numb out than to just go into another planet?
Before we get into how to solve this issue, Vic, I just wanted to mention that I read this week that teenage girls suffer much lower self-esteem than boys, which correlates with what you said about yourself. Low self-esteem holds girls back. So the stats on this are globally, 8 in 10 girls with low body self-esteem will opt out of fundamental life activities, such as engaging with family and loved ones, sharing their opinion, joining a team or club, or even leaving the house if they don't feel good about the way they look. And all that can lead to wanting to numb out life a little.
So basically, the way you look can lead you into being less assertive about your life choices.
Well, that's literally what we just said about you and I.
Maybe you like cooking. Maybe you don't. Either way, the new Blue Apron is for you. Because along with our classic meal kits, we're offering new pre-made and one-pan meals to help you get dinner on the table fast. And now there's no subscription needed, so you can just order and enjoy. Do delicious food your way. Shop 100+ meals at BlueApron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BlueApron.com/terms for more.
This season, we're giving ourselves and everyone we love the gift of beautiful nails. I'm Sarah Gibson-Tuttle, founder of Olive & June, and right now, Olive & June is having its biggest and only sale of the year. So from now through December 1st, get 25% off every product on our site. Plus, we're giving away surprise gifts. So whether you're stocking up for yourself or finding the perfect gift for everyone on your list, now is the time. So get 25% off every product on our site from November 13th to December 1st. Perfect for gifts, stocking up, or treating yourself. Visit oliveandjune.com/perfectmanny25 for 25% off everything. That's oliveandjune.com/perfectmanny25 for 25% off everything.
You were maybe more conscious of your looks than I was.
Yeah, definitely.
The stats support that.
Yeah, it's sad. Unfortunately, Hamish, we live in a society where people are made to feel less than and you have to look good just to fit in. A friend of mine was this week telling me that you can't just be a normal kid at school anymore. There's no place for just being you. You have to have a YouTube channel or a business or like an electric scooter, be brilliant at Fortnite or have something that makes you superior to the rest of the class, even whether it's a mullet haircut or something or a new pair of Nikes. You have to have something that makes you extra. There's no such thing as like being a natural nature kid anymore that just climbs trees and hangs out with mates. You can't just feel good and do really simple things. It's really weird. Everything has to be extreme beauty, health, tech, whatever. We are all in this unwinnable battle. What do you think?
So this actually made me think. I heard Jimmy Carr say something on the Diary of a CEO recently, that podcast. And he said that school teaches us to celebrate the all-rounders. So like myself, right? When actually, if you're crap at English, but amazing at physics, you should stop going to English classes and focus on physics.
Yeah.
That's what we end up doing in our lives and careers. So trying to become as good at that as possible is the whole point. Unless that particular thing is considered cool, like sport, music or dancing, you might just end up getting bullied for it. So in my experience at school, blending in seems to be the answer. Standing out was actually where you would come into some issues or maybe even get bullied. So I'm surprised that your mate is saying that today you have to stand out. Well, she's sort of saying you have to stand out to fit in, which is almost like a oxymoron.
Yeah.
Like I'm sort of surprised by that. I just thought be middle ground. Be 5 out of 10 and school's a breeze.
But what if you're not middle ground and you're not extremes? You're saying there's nothing for the people like that are beneath those two categories. Somebody who's just a normal kid, you know, having a lovely life, who's got nice parents, who loves going for walks and just having some really wholesome characteristics. So that isn't okay.
Yeah. They get bullied. I'm not surprised by that.
That's not right, is it?
I know.
It's awful.
That's the one thing that I wish we could tell kids at school and them actually hear us, is that like, this isn't what the world is like. You will find your tribe of other people who like, you know, if you love Warhammer and you get bullied for liking Warhammer, there's millions of people when you leave school who love Warhammer. Like, you'll find your group, and it's not always going to be like this. You're not always going to get bullied for something ordinary, because there's such a big variety of people in the world that eventually you'll feel included and find your gang.
Yeah, it's just about finding people who are like-minded. It's the same with sobriety. It's like, that's why it's so important to find sober mates, is because they're going to be on the same track as you, the same conversations, the same interests. I think we spend so much time at school trying to fit in that we end up losing who we are. And I definitely lost who I was at school. I chose to be someone completely different for many, many years in order to people to like me, because I had low self-esteem. So I hear you shouting at the phone right now, or at the radio if you're in the car. What can you do to build the self-esteem of your tweens and teenagers in this fast-moving, pressurised world? I mean, you don't want them necking that stolen case of Red Stripe and stealing the peach schnapps and downing it at the local graveyard, or end up getting pregnant by Darren, the ratty-faced local speed dealer.
What's a tween?
A tween is before teenagers.
Is it
10 to 12?
Tween?
10 to 12, yeah. Tweens, Hamish, come on.
I thought you said it and I got me thinking about tweenies.
What's a tweenie?
Oh no, it's a Twinkie.
That's like a cake, isn't it? A Twinkie, yeah.
Anyway, so here are some ways that you can step in and help change the self-esteem of your kids before, as we say in the intro, things get too messy. Firstly, model confidence yourself. Even if you're not quite feeling it, seeing you tackle new tasks with optimism and lots of preparation sets a good example for the kids. You've already showed them you can quit booze, so that's a huge win already.
I'm failing at this one.
Are you?
Yeah, because I swear a lot. Now my kids have become all sweary, and they're like, it's all right because mum swears. I've talked about this before. I'm rubbish.
I have sort of found that of all the time that you spend worrying about trying to be a good parent and things that are like the right and wrong thing to do, I think just being a good human seems to be enough.
Okay,
like
I hope so.
Modelling them in having good values, I hope, is enough. I think you take all the decision making out of it, but I'm going to be a really great person. They're going to watch me, and they'll take care of themselves.
That's basically what my second book is based upon. It's got to be my hope, because I'm failing in every other aspect. So I've got to hope that unconditional love is enough.
Unconditional love is not enough. You need to be a good person.
Okay.
You can't love them, but also have awful values.
Number 2, don't get upset about mistakes. Help kids see that everyone makes mistakes. And the important thing is to learn from them, not dwell on them. Confident people don't let fear or failure get in their way. Not because they're sure they won't ever fail, because they know how to take setbacks in their stride. I mean, that's easier said than done, isn't it? Don't get upset about mistakes. I mean, what are you going to do all day with your kids if you're not telling them what not to do?
Yeah, it does fill the day, doesn't it?
We're telling you these things, but we're also going to tell you why they're difficult as well.
Yes. Number 3, encourage them to try new things. Instead of focusing all their energy on what they already excel at, it's good for kids to diversify. Attaining new skills makes kids feel capable and confident that they can tackle whatever comes their way.
Yeah, again, but how are you going to get the teenage kid off Fortnite and going for a trampolining session?
It's hard.
It's really hard.
If they're the best in the school at football, it's hard for them to go, stop playing football, let's start doing badminton.
My dog Minton ate 2 shuttlecocks yesterday.
Who's Minton?
My dog, Minton, he ate 2 shuttlecocks
yesterday. I have a dog called Minton.
Badminton. Cat number 4, carry on. It's one of my favourite jokes of all time. I've been waiting for the moment on this podcast where I could tell that joke.
I got brought into a house last night and 2 kids there going, tell us a joke.
Yeah.
Which in many ways is my nightmare.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, well, they were like 4 and 5. So I went with, why did Dolly fall off the swing?
I don't know.
Dolly was a fish.
Oh.
Brought the house down.
Oh, excellent,
That's
Hamish.
the level.
Yeah.
So that's similar level to badminton.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you my favourite joke of all time?
Better than badminton?
Well, it's second
Okay.
better.
Go on,
No,
hurry up.
I won't tell you the one where the punchline is, I told you it was a prawn.
No, all I want to hear is that one.
My other favourite one is, guy goes to the doctor, says to the doctor, I can't stop farting. Doctor says, walk across the room. And he goes, doctor says, walk back. He says, what am I going to do? He says, well, I've never seen anything like it before. The doctor disappears and said, I'm going to go and discuss this with another doctor. He comes back in 5 minutes later. The doctor comes in with this massive pole with a hook on the end of it. And the bloke's like, Jesus Christ, what are you going to do with that? Stick it up my arse. He says, no, I'm going to open that window up there. So you can tell that to kids though, Hamish. You can have that one.
Yeah, fart jokes tend to go down well.
Maybe don't tell these jokes as part of this podcast though, as self-esteem building things, because they don't work. They're just going to hate us.
Yeah, but funny kids, good self-esteem.
Yeah, maybe.
Tell your kids to tell these jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Number 4, praise perseverance. Learning not to give up at the first frustration or bail after one setback is an important life skill. Confidence and self-esteem are not about succeeding at everything all of the time. They're about being resilient enough to keep trying and not being distressed if you're not the best.
Yes, number 5, help kids find their passion. Exploring their own interests can help kids develop a sense of identity, which is essential to building confidence. Of course, seeing their talents grow will give them a huge boost to their self-esteem. I think that's a brilliant one.
I feel like I'm still looking for my passion 30 years in.
Yeah, true.
Give them that. If you can find it early, you're halfway there.
Get an addiction,
Okay.
like I did, and then you find your passion afterwards.
There's
so spend
your
25
parenting
years.
advice.
Spend 25 years having a struggle, and then you've got a story at the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Go to prison. Here's my child advice. Go to prison. Spend some time in prison.
Yeah.
Really get to know like the drug underworld, and make some friends with some criminals, and then you've got a podcast after that.
You
you've got a
can't
career.
write a rags to riches story without first experiencing the rags.
Yeah, you got to
go on,
experience the rags.
kids. Go get addiction.
Get in there.
Go get addiction. Go
Rob
to
a
prison.
bank. Rob a bank.
Number 6, set goals. Articulating goals, large and small, and achieving them makes kids feel strong. Help your child turn desires and dreams into actionable goals by encouraging them to make a list of things they'd like to accomplish. Then practice breaking down longer term goals into realistic benchmarks. Have you ever done goal setting with your kids?
I'd like to say that I have.
I like to do that sort of January 1st. Everyone sits down as a family and works your way through a little Mel Robbins goal setting program.
We go through stages of good parenting and it generally falls apart quite quickly. Like we were doing gratitude quite a bit about a couple of months ago. That's fallen apart. I don't know. It goes in swings and roundabouts, Hamish. Yeah. Celebrate effort. Praising kids for their accomplishments is great, but it's also important to let them know you're proud of their efforts regardless of the outcome.
Number 8, expect them to pitch in. They might complain, but kids feel more connected and valued when they're counted on to do age-appropriate jobs, from picking up toys to doing dishes to picking up younger siblings from a playdate. Homework and after-school activities are great, but being needed by your family is invaluable.
Oh, I love that one. Trying to get my kids to put stuff away at the moment is a bit of a nightmare.
Sonny can do it.
Oh, that's great.
At daycare, there's like a creche, and he gets all the toys out and throws them out. When we leave, like, right, put them all in. He puts them all in the box.
That's really good.
It's very satisfying to watch.
If you can instill that, it does make them feel good. Like when George does the dishwasher, or if he sets the dinner place, or he cooks dinner sometimes, I can see it fills him with something good. And he feels good afterwards, and we praise him. It's like a really wholesome feeling when he does stuff like that. I think it's really, really healthy doing that stuff. Number 9, embrace imperfection. As grown-ups, we know perfection is unrealistic, and it's important for kids to get that message as early as possible. Help kids see that whether it's on TV, in a magazine, or on a friend's social media feed, the idea that others are always happy, successful and perfectly dressed is a fantasy and a destructive one. Instead, remind them that being less than perfect is human and totally okay.
Number 10, set them up for success. Challenges are good for kids, but they should also have opportunities where they can be sure to find success. Help your children get involved with activities that make them feel comfortable and confident enough to tackle a bigger challenge.
Yep. And in the end, all you can do is show your love. Let your children know that you love them no matter what. Even when you're mad at them, making sure your child knows that you think they're great will bolster their self-esteem, even when they're not feeling good about themselves. I think that's definitely something I do. So no matter how moody we get with each other, whether there's doors slams or there's arguments or there's like serious discussions, I never ever go to bed in an argument. I always go in and give them a cuddle and tell them I love them and say, look, this is just part of life. This is how we learn things. This is how we learn from our mistakes. And I explain why we've had the argument rather than just ending it. It's the same with John. If we've ever had an argument, which we rarely do, we never go to sleep on it. We always like try and come back to a solution before we fall asleep.
Were your parents complimentary? Were you getting showered in praise as a kid?
Most of the time, I would say I was. I think sometimes they got fed up of me being lazy. I was quite lazy. I used to tuss a lot. I never wanted to do any chores. I think I was hard to get to do things. You'd have to ask my parents, though. Yeah. I mean, I seem to remember being quite annoyed with them all the time. Like I just went through that real teenage angst of hating everything and everybody around me and just wanting to be out of the house all the time. And of course, when I was out of the house, I drank and smoked. That's all I wanted to do. So I don't know whether they made me feel less than, but I think it was my own, it wasn't anything to do with them. It was my own assumption that I was less than, which is really stupid. I don't know why we tend to lean on that kind of negative bias when we're a teenager and go, well, I must not be good enough. Yeah. It's like kind of our first port of call, isn't it? Instead of going, well, maybe I'm all right, you go, oh, well, I'm probably not as nice as her and she's got better hair than me and my shoes aren't right and that boy doesn't fancy me. We're just consistently absorbed with the negativity around us. We never get to sort of experience the good. It's really a shame. Yeah.
Well, I think, our parents' generation, probably less of the hugs and cuddles and I love yous. I think our generation will put that right. But I guess, your kids knowing that you think the world of them, that you're proud of them, or you just think they're the greatest person in the world. I was like, when you said that earlier, I was like, I wonder if we could stage a telephone call where they are overhearing you praise them like mad. Yes. Like, that's what kids need to hear. Yeah. Like, my parents think I am the greatest person in the world. Yeah. Without them becoming arrogant. We haven't talked about the other side of overconfidence. Yes. Which is like the worst trait in a kid. One of my best mates in the world was a prick from 14 to 18 years old. Funny enough, one of my best mates was as well. Yeah. Yeah. I used to hate him for about 4 years there because he used to talk about money all the time. Yeah. I was like, stop talking about fucking money all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I used to hate him. But yeah, people come round as well, don't they? They do come after round. Being pricks at teenagers. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's an important point to make. So you want your kids to know that you're proud of them, even when they're pricks and difficult and argumentative and lazy and all that. Like, that's the key. I think I always knew my parents were proud of me. My mum, when I used to go on school trips, I would always open my suitcase and everyone else would get their stuff out. And there would always be a card with a few pounds or a £5 note in it with a beautiful letter to me. And no one else had that in my school. And my parents were always there to pick me up on time and were always there to take me to everything. And I always had all the correct forms and the right school uniform and everything was done well. And I think that is a form of love, that it doesn't necessarily mean someone going, I love you, you're the best thing in the world, but they show their love in many, many different ways to me growing up, which was a wall of support that was invisible. And I can really only see that wall now in my 40s and go, I always felt protected and I always felt loved and I felt like my parents were always proud of me no matter what. And I think that invisible wall takes us such a long time to come to terms with. We know it now because we're parents and we're the ones supplying it. Our kids can't see what we do on a day-to-day basis to create that non-penetrative wall that surrounds them and keeps them safe every day. They don't see the ins and outs of creating that wall, the bricks that we have to lay and the sacrifices that we have to make. So I think it's really interesting to see that it doesn't have to be verbal all the time. It can just be you being really, really present and keeping those lines of communication open and just being a good person, as you say. Funny enough, that reminds me, I can remember saying to my mum when I was pretty young, and I think this ties back into self-confidence, I can remember saying to her, that I know that everything's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I have no real worries that anything would ever go drastically wrong. Like in my whole life, so everything will sort of just be fine because they were so consistent and reliable and early and doing all the things right, all the impossible, invisible jobs that you never see behind the scenes. Like they were on point with all of that. So I was calm, I was never freaking out about anything.
I think we're very, very lucky, and we're aware of that, aren't we? Like how lucky we are that we had this safe environments to grow up in, because I think if it doesn't feel safe, I think that would affect a kid's self-esteem as well, because if you don't know what's happening from one moment to the next, there's going to be a level of anxiety and that's not going to help your confidence.
Of course.
Yeah.
Building confidence and raising the self-esteem of your kids will come down to 3 things. Firstly, making them feel capable and accomplished, ensuring that they know their accomplishments impact those around them, and finally, letting them know that you accept and value them by offering positive attention.
Yeah. We think doing this from a young age might help them avoid Darren, the dodgy drug dealer, and miss out on the pesky coming of age period. Let's just try and skip the messy stuff and raise a generation of brats that do downward dogs instead of down pints of grog. Do you like what I did there?
Yeah.
I was trying to make it rhyme, but it couldn't.
No, I like what you tried to do there.
Yeah,
more
it didn't
than
work,
what
did
you've
it?
done.
Yeah, grogs. I could say grogs.
Grogs and dogs.
Downward dogs instead of downing pints of grogs.
Is there something there?
There is something
It's a
there,
work
isn't
in
it? I was
progress.
trying hard. I was trying really hard. I'm going to give you a little quote now, Hamish. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Oscar Wilde.
Oh, nice one. And to the teens out there, another quote from Stephanie Lahart.
Yes.
Above everything else, genuinely love yourself first. Self-love is powerful, and it's the best love that you will ever have. When you love who you are, your relationships will be healthier and your life will be happier. Self-love sets the standard in how we allow others to treat us and how we treat ourselves. Your happiness and well-being is important. Protect it by always valuing who you are.
It's very difficult to value who you are as a teenager, isn't it? Because there's so many influences, there's so many emotions, there's so much going on. You feel like you're spread over a vast area of land almost, and you're trying to please everyone and you're trying to be cool. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons I'm going to whip my kids out of school and go travelling, Hamish, because I can see with George, as he's turning into a teenager, he's starting to feel pressure and he's starting to feel that he needs to be someone else than himself, which is really horrible to watch, actually, because you let them go out the door in the morning and you're not sure who they are anymore because they're trying to morph into what everybody else is. It's a real shame because he's perfect as he is and like anyone else couldn't be any better than him. He's only going to change for the worse if he copies other people. So you just got to try and draw it back in, haven't you? And just go, right, I am enough as I am as this teenager. I might have problems and have big feelings and all this stuff going on, but actually I'm still okay. I'm enough just being who I am. It's a big lesson and it's going to be hard to teach, I think. Go and tell that message to your teen without getting a door slammed in your face, and we'll probably give you $50. Or Hamish will.
Oh, thanks. It's coming out of my side of the bank, is it?
Yeah.
Great.
But if you do manage to have a conversation with your kids about self-esteem, please email us and tell us how it goes, because we are so interested in this one, because Hamish and I obviously haven't quite reached that teen stage yet. We would love your advice as well. You can just email us at vicandhamish@soberawkward.com. So, Hamish, what's on the menu tonight? Are you going home for dinner?
Well, you've written some snogging with the wife that I'm hoping for sex, which I think implies I'm snogging the wife, but then I'm going to have sex with someone else.
Oh, right. No, I meant...
She's only good for snogging. It's the next door neighbour with the legs. So.
Oh, yeah, snogging with the wife, and then I'm hoping for sex with a stranger. I'm just going out for sausage and mash.
Oh, okay. So I've overshared, and then you have dumped me like that.
No, sausage and mash is another word for sex.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Imagine if it was.
Next time I see John, I go, John, sausage and mash on the menu tonight. Give him a little wink.
Yeah, wink, wink. He'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about, you weirdo? Thanks for listening. If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
They have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the...
New products to launch? New people to develop? New goals to crush? Workday Go is designed for small and mid-sized businesses. By bringing HR and finance together on one AI platform, you'll have everything you need to think big, go big, and grow big. And activation is fast. It takes just 30 to 60 business days to get you up and running. Simplify your SMB on an AI platform you'll never outgrow. Workday Go.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Berner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly. Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 30% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad bookstores?
No, it's probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh yeah, really depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it now.
Yeah, go and buy it. Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy, buy it. Yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.